Hello traders, how are you guys doing? Welcome once again to our Forex weekly forecast. Massive move loading on BTC, EURUSD and gold. Trade this setup, guys. Okay, so in this video, guys, I'm going to dive into the market as usual. I'm going to show you some of the massive setup that is loading and what has happened in the past and how we can position ourselves to catch this setup, in different Forex market pairs. All right, so in case this is your first time you are joining, you're welcome. Please don't forget to subscribe and like and share this video. Okay, so let's dive in, starting with BTC because of what is going on and see how we can take advantage of what the market is doing. All right, so BTC last week, guys, we're here exactly. We are at this point, and I told you guys definitely we're going to see a drop, and after which the market is going to push high before it drops, and exactly that's what's happened. You might be asking, Sam, do I have the proof for it? Of course we do. All right, so this is last week video, guys. You can see exactly what happened. So this is the footage and what we have from this video clip. You can watch it now. So we are here, and I told you you're going to drop and push high, but the bigger picture is downwards, okay, based on the setup we have seen. So I'm going to explain that using what exactly the market is doing. So obviously we have seen that the market has actually dropped here, pushes high again, panicked a lot of guys thinking that this is going up and it drops again. Okay, so this is the power of wave analysis, guys. And for you to know, you see, you've noticed one thing that's keep happening. Anytime there is a drop, this first drop happened, it didn't break this low. This second drop happened, it didn't break this low again. And now we have this one that eventually break this low. So the bigger question is that what exactly is happening on BTC? Okay, so let's take a look on it now. For last week we break this, and I told you guys this is a break of structure, and for this corrective move to be over, it's going to break this low, which eventually has happened. So the bigger question is that, is this over? Now I don't think so, because if you take a look on what is happening here, we have this. Now we have an impulse correction, impulse upwards, and we have this impulse correction, impulse, and one more, another impulse. So from all indication, we can see that what might be happening is this. Having seen that this is a three-wave move here, this will come up again to this point and drop again. So this is what we're expecting. So we're expecting that this market will give us more complex structure, like this is impulse here, all this becomes a correction and this drops again. Okay, because from all indication, if you measure this, let's use a fib levels to measure this. If you take a fib of this market here, this has not gotten to this 270. All right, it hasn't gotten to this point, so we'll be more confident. I'll be more confident for this market to drop to 113821. okay, 113821. That is when I will know exactly that, okay, this corrective move is over. Okay, they have completed this move. So at this point, expect more of a complex structure. As I said, we should expect this to come up here and drop again, so making this more of a running flat in between these regular flats. Okay, so that is what we are expecting, and that's what we are expecting the BTC to do this week. Massive move from tomorrow, which is Sunday. All right, so that is it. Then let's take a look on the DSY, guys. If you notice, last week we are here at this point, so we're expecting the market to spike, and it starts stalling here and finally drop. So, and remember, even though we're expecting the market to spike, but I told you guys definitely we're expecting the market to drop, after that spike, because the bigger picture is still this downward. We are still expecting the market to test this 96 level. Okay, so haven't seen this drop here, that also confirmed this, that from this point we are seeing this drop. So we'll be expecting this move to complete here and still drop again. So by next week, I'm expecting DSY to at least break this low. At least breaking this low will mean that this move is completed, and from there the market will start pushing high. So let's watch and see how this market will break this low. From there we'll see the next updates. All right, so the almighty gold. Now gold has been so amazing. Last week we're here guys, and I said that the only way gold can move is upward, and that is exactly what happens. Gold moves up. You might be asking, do I have a proof for it? Of course I do. Let's take a look on the the footage of the last week video. So you can see the market was here. Let me play it for you to see what actually happened. Market to give us a three-way move here and keep pushing high, a three-way move and keep pushing high. So this is what we can see based on this structure that the gold will do from next week. Okay, so we expect. All right, so you can see for yourself, we are here, and the market actually did what we said. It came down, it pushes high, it came down, it pushes high again. So this move is over, guys. This move is over, and you can note, if you notice something, you see that this is an impulse, this is a correction, this is an impulse, this is a correction, this is an impulse. So obviously this move is over, and here the market has actually broken this trend. So that tells you that this is a mono wave on its own. All right, so what then are we expecting? So for more indication, we can see that we'll be expecting the market to give us a three-way move corrective phase here and a drop that will be coming afterward. Okay, so that's what we're expecting. So you need to be patient for this market to trace back here to this point. Okay, I like 618 of it, 618 of this move. Let's take a look. Measure this. So we're expecting the market to come to the 618 level. That is 3395. 3395. Watch out for this. If it comes here, then from here we'll be waiting for a sell. And this sell, once it starts happening, is definitely going to break this low. Okay, it's going to break this low. So that will be a sell that will be valid from next week on gold. So let's watch out and see how it plays out. All right, so the next one we're going to take a look on is on EURUSD. Last week we were here, and I told you guys we're going to expect the market to drop, and after which it goes up. Okay, and that's exactly what the market did. It drops here, and from here it starts pushing high. So, and do I have a proof for it? Of course we do. So let me see if I can show you this one also before we dive into this market on the EURUSD. Exactly, you can see on the EURUSD, I said the market is going to drop, and from there it's going to push high again. Okay, so and that's exactly what happened. It drops and keep pushing high, and that's exactly where the market is at the moment. So for here now, what do we now see? Okay, so from all indication now, the market has actually stretched the way. We have an impulse correction, impulse correction, impulse. Okay, so to me, this is a complete structure because it has broken this trend. Okay, and this is a wave on its own. So what we can see from here now is, and it has broken this, I should be expecting a three-way move here and drop. A three-way move and drop. This is what we'll be expecting. And the way the market moves, because of the way this market moves, don't be surprised that this drop might actually break this low again. From here, we'll keep pushing high. But if it drops and give us a bigger pulling before it drops, it might end somewhere here and keep pushing high again. But it all depends on how this drop plays out. But for now, we're expecting the market to drop from this point. Then from there, we can update based on the way the markets move. You know, one thing is certain that, you know, every market moves in waves, and this wave creates patterns. And this pattern is what we interpret to take action based on how this pattern is forming. Because anytime we see an impulse, we just wait for a confirmation corrective, and after that we know that the next impulse is coming. So this is the only thing we can tell at the moment, that once this impulse plays out and this corrective phase are just completed, you watch out for this next impulse. So likewise here we have this drop. Wait for a corrective phase, and then the next impulse will be coming. And the reason why we're able to forecast this correctly before, because we have seen this impulse and wait for this correction, and then the next impulse comes. So this is the power of wave analysis. And if you can remember, this massive drop that we caught here, it was as a result of this impulse, a correction, and the next impulse that plays out. So that's just it. So on the EURUSD, guys, we'll be expecting to sell when this corrective phase is completed. So that is. Then let's take a look on the pound yen. Okay, on the pound yen also, remember last week we were here at this point, and I told you guys the only way pound yen can move now is to sell. Okay, the only way pound yen can move is to sell, and that's exactly what happened. You can ask, do I have a proof for it? Of course we do. Let me show you the proof that we have on pound yen. at the moment. So instead, we want the market to drop before, at least to this point, before the market will give us this. Okay, because this is, you can see that for yourself, guys. We want the market to drop before the market pushes high. So what are we expecting at the moment? Okay, so the market has actually dropped here, and you can see the way it's pushing us. So I think this drop is not over, guys. It's not over. So what we'll be expecting for the week, guys, is let this market come up here and drop again. Okay, so I'm expecting this to keep dropping one more to complete this wave. So this is what I was expecting on the pound yen for this week. All right, guys, so that's just it. Now let's take a look on the dollar yen. So on the dollar yen, guys, so this one last week we were like, okay, expecting the market to continue pushing high here. So you see, this is the power of wave analysis. So yes, last week we were expecting that this market will give us this before it dropped, but instead it started dropping here. So then we weren't on the trade, even though we were expecting the market to spike before it dropped. So immediately we saw this drop, that changed the buyer, that changed the whole narrative of the way we look at it. Even though we were able to trade on this, except time it came here, we caught a few scalp trade here. So at this point here, what can we see? We have here sharp impulse, sharp up, messy trade in between, and sharp up. So this to us is a running flat. So we can see that from here this market is going to drop. So this week we're expecting to sell on the dollar yen. So I'm expecting a sell that will drop drastically on the dollar yen, guys. Okay, because this is the move that actually we drop massively. And if you take a look on what has happened, if you zoom in here to see exactly what has happened, look at this critically, guys, and tell me what you think. Look at this, can tell me what you think. See how the power of wave analysis plays out. This is a move on its own, a wave on its own. It's a sharp move, and the market give you this 3-wave correcting move coming here. So don't you think that this is going to push down to this point? So don't be surprised that this next move break this low. Okay, break this low, because that is highly possible, that is possible because of what is happening. So but anyway, let's watch and see. But we are very, very bearish on the dollar yen, and I'm expecting the market, once this confirm, we're expecting to sell, and we'll be holding that sell until maybe for this point or to this point, and let's see how it goes. So by next week we'll update you guys for this, and if there's a trade you want us to know, so by the time this completes complete this move, I think you should be able to like put a sell on this, put a sell on this, at this point, and your stop should be at the above here, and you should be expecting the market to drop. Okay, that is over 1:6 or 1:7, because to break this would be like 1:7. Pound yen has done, dollar yen has done this many a times, so don't be surprised it happens again. Okay, so that's just it. Once this market start touching this trend, that will be an indication for a massive sell, and aggressively for conservative entry, you just need to join our Telegram group, because we're going to update this when the market starts giving us the confirmation on the 1 hour time frame. All right, so that's just it. Then let's take one more. Okay, let's take a look on the oil. All right, the crude oil, remember last week we were very, very bearish. I told you guys. So throughout last week we were just going sideways, but here I think that setup is complete. That corrective phase is over. So what you'll be expecting, that this market will keep pushing lower to this point, because this move will not be complete, guys. Not this corrective phase will not be complete if this market didn't come to break this low. So that's what we'll be expecting. Let it come here, then from this point this will be completed, then we can start pushing high at this point. So that's just it, guys. All right, so if you like this kind of updates, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like and share this video, guys. Share it, and I will see you again next week. And please join our Telegram group. The link is on the description. Thank you for your time.